When doing crystal effect, we always start with light base color, the color of your choice, but something that is light, and then we use the black as the contrast color. But today we are gonna be doing something different. We are gonna be doing the opposite. We are going to start with the black paint, and then we will use the color that we desire for the crystal effect. Could be any color. In our case, it will be red. And as always, we begin with the base color, and then we are gonna go ahead and sand it with a wet sandpaper. In my case, I'm using a sponge, and this sponge is 320 grits. You can use 320 or a little bit higher. If possible, we want to sand it in one direction. Now, after sanding, it's important that you make sure that you clean the entire area really good.
Don't forget to subscribe and like.
And this is the product that we are gonna be using for the crystal effect. This is a lot better than water, urea, and soap, because this product you can use it regardless the weather, regardless your skill level. No matter what, you can use it and you can have a good result as long as you follow all the proper steps and you don't skip anything. The link for this product will be on the description of this video. If you want professional results, go ahead and try it. This crystal effect formula is ready to use, plug and play. You don't have to do anything to it. You just have to use it and that's it. Now, here is where most people get it wrong. They do not apply enough of this product to the panel. You have to entirely wet. You have to wet the entire area really good, so that way you can have longer crystallization. The formation of the crystal will be a lot better if you wet the entire area. If you just put a fine mist of this product, of course the crystals are not gonna be as good as if you wet the entire area. Now at this point you are seeing all the crystal formations, the crystal effect, the 3D crystal effect forming on this part that we are working on. And since this 3D crystal effect is really long, you can play with it. You can poke in different areas where you want a new crystal to pop up, and you can do it this creatively on a way that makes sense to you. And that's the beauty of using this product, because since the crystals are really long, you can play with it. With the typical formula, water, urea, and soap, the crystal will be really small and they will not give you the chance to create any awesome designs like you can do with this formula. But when should you start poking on the part that you are working on? Well, you should pay close attention to the edges. Once you see the edges that start to dry, then that's the time that you will start poking on different areas, and you will see the crystals how they begin forming on each one of those spots that you are poking in. Now it's the time to apply your desired color. In my case, we are gonna be using red, but you can use any color that you prefer. And we are gonna be doing it from a distance. You want the paint to basically, when it touches the part that you are working on, it's almost dry. So that is why it is recommended that you use 3:1 ratio, 3 part thinner or reducer and 1 part paint. And then you are going to apply from a distance, as I mentioned before. Now it's the time to reveal the crystals. And this is how we are gonna do it. Get your wet sandpaper, 320 in this case, and gently start sanding, or better said, start cleaning all that color with a light pressure, because we don't want to get rid of the crystal. We just want to start revealing that crystal, that 3D crystal effect. And if you apply too much force, then you are gonna take it away. So be gentle with it. You just want to reveal the 3D crystal formations without any damage to them. Now take a look at this other one that we previously did. The difference is that in this other one that I'm showing you right here, we did the light color first, and then we used the black as a contrast paint. In the one that we just did on this video, we did the black color first, and then we used the light color as a reference. And as you can see, the deepness of the effect is different based on how you use the black contrast paint. If you use it at first, like we did with the red example, you can see what you can get, versus if you do it later, like if you apply the light color first and then the black paint for contrast. So basically the choice is yours. Depending on what you want to achieve, you can use the black color as a contrast, or you can use it as a base and then apply the other color on top of it. Sounds a little bit confusing, but I want to make this video to clarify this, because a lot of people are asking me what happens if I use the black color first, or if I use any dark color instead of light color. Well, this is what is going to happen. See it by yourself. It all depends. It all comes to what is that you want to get out of this. Now, this is the final result, what you are seeing right now, and we already apply clear coat to it. But you can also apply candy before the clear to make it more interesting. And again, take a look at this crystal effect, this 3D crystal effect. The crystals are really long, and we can only achieve that with the formula that I was using on this video. Again, I will leave the link in the description so you can go get it if you want to use it and try it by yourself. But if you use the typical water, urea, and soap, you will get some crystal. That is true, but it's not gonna be as simple and it's not gonna be as long as the ones that you are seeing on this video.